What's going on, everybody? My name is Birch. Hope all is well. And today we're just going to be going over the Season 3 mid-season patch notes, as well as checking out the skins for the Overwatch 2 One Punch Man collaboration. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the patch notes first, and then we'll go look at the skins and see how much they cost and whatnot like that. Okay, so for Overwatch 2 retail patch notes, March 7th, which is today, obviously, the new collaborators, Overwatch 2, or collaboration, excuse me, Overwatch 2 and One Punch Man. They added the Soldier 76 Moomun Rider skin, Saitama as Doomfist, Terrible Tornado as Kiriko, and Genos as Genji. Then they also released all the new Overwatch 2 OWL skins, the League or Overwatch League skins for all the different teams and their home and away skins and whatnot like that. And then also, let's see, now we got general updates. They adjusted the distance for the enemy footsteps. In Season 2, it was quieter, then it got really loud up until today, and now it's going to be somewhere in the middle, is pretty much what that says. Then they changed a bunch of the challenges and removed some of them. Just going over, you know, what you have to do for the weeklies and the dailies and so on and so forth. So, see, like here, they said, you know, reduce this from 10,000 to 8,000, stuff like that. And then let's see here. That's just basic stuff. Then the scoreboard, you know how when somebody would leave the match and then you would hit tab or whatever and it would just show the like little dots or whatever that they were gone. Now it'll show their stats even till the game's gone, you know, while the play of the game and stuff is gone, is what I understand that means. Matchmaking. We fixed a bug causing large parties to wait longer in queue than intended. The matchmaker will now prioritize putting parties together which have a similar delta between the highest and lower rated player. And then we have made improvements that should help reduce unranked queue times and increase competitive match quality. I wish that they would have told us like what changes necessarily that these were, because I'm curious. Because even today, I got bumped down out of plat, and I'm trying to climb my way back up. And I'm playing with diamonds, like a diamond 4 tank I was playing with, and the DPSs were plats and stuff like that. So if I'm still playing with plats and diamonds, why am I all the way? If I dropped into gold, then let me play against golds so that I can go back up to plat and not be playing against people higher than my rank. I never did understand that. Competitive updates, competitive mystery heroes. This is kind of exciting. I didn't play a lot of mystery heroes, but added to competitive play. Season 1 begins on March 14th, so check that out. Competitive screen layout update. We've added buttons to the competitive play menu that will allow players to easily access their tier legend, leaderboards, and competitive progress screens. So we'll have to see what that looks like, but that sounds like a good quality of life change. And then top 500 leaderboard update. We're not quite there yet. Maybe in the next couple weeks. Players in the top 500 will now see animated update of their current position on the leaderboard after each match. So I'm assuming that means, you know, if they were 112 and they went to 98, it'll show them after each match. Okay, hero updates, what we all want to know. Okay, tanks, Orisa. Terra Surge can now be interrupted by hack. So developer comments, Terra Surge is channeled ultimate, which cannot be interrupted by most abilities, as it gains the same effects as Fortify. While this makes sense for stuns, Sombra's hacked interrupt shouldn't be negated and now can correctly cancel Terra Surge. I don't really have a problem with this. You know, I don't play with a lot of Orisa, but I can assume that they're going to be rolling around with more Sombras now. That just incentivizes a little bit more Sombra play, which I'm not necessarily a huge fan of. And then we got Ramatra. Developer comment, players found that that shifting out of Nemesis form before activating the Annihilation Ultimate would fully reset Nemesis form's bonus armor. To smooth out gameplay, it now resets the armor health automatically as part of an ultimate activation. So no matter what, you used to have to, when you hit shift, you get that bonus armor, and then you'd use Nemesis form before you ulted, and you would cancel Nemesis form before you hit Q, or else you wouldn't get bonus armor again. Because usually when you activate Annihilation, you get that bonus armor, same as you would when you activated Nemesis. So now it just does that for you. You don't have to worry about canceling it and then hitting Q. You can just hit Q and you'll refresh your armor, which is just a survivability thing, which is going to make, you know, a slight buff for him. Roadhog, the chain hook cooldown beginning when the ability started instead of at the end caused some confusion when discussing the cooldown, since once you can see the timer, it appeared a second shorter at 7 seconds. than the actual maximum cooldown. After fixing that, we're reducing the cooldown overall by additional second to increase the frequency of Roadhog's team utility now being pulled in by the chain hook. Now that being pulled in by the chain hook is less deadly. So chain hook cooldown now starts when the ability ends. So after it hooks and brings him in, then the cooldown will start instead of when he clicks the button. And then it's reduced from 8 to 6 seconds. So you're going to be getting hooked pretty much a second more roughly than you were before. And then Wrecking Ball, they did okay, here we'll read the developer comment. There is now a hero control option for Wrecking Ball to set a separate aim sensitivity while transformed into a ball, as players may want to aim his weapons in first person and move the camera in third person significantly differently. In addition, a visual indicator for grappling claw has been added to indicate the maximum duration before automatically detaching. So they added some sensitivity stuff, gyro sensitivity for the Nintendo Switch if you're one of them Switch gamers. Grappling claw added a timeout indicator for grappling claw located above the ability icon. So when you're swinging, you know how you can only be attached to something for so long. There'll be a countdown for that. And then Minefield, they increased the arming from 1 to 1.25. So I believe it was 1.5 before. So they went back to the middle because it was way too fast. I still think they needed to maybe nerf his shield or something because he's super irritating. Very, very oppressive character to play against when he's good like that. Developer comment on Zarya. A previous change decreased both barrier duration and increased the cooldown at the same time, lowering Zarya's effectiveness more than anticipated. This is a partial reversion, to help level it out. So before, I think the bubbles were 2.5 seconds apiece. Now, then they went down to 2 and added time to the cooldown in between the bubbles, or before you could pop your next bubble. Now they reduced the cooldown from 11 to 10 seconds. So I don't think that'll make her super OP again, because that was frustrating for all of season 1. There was just Zarya all day, and it was pretty irritating. But I think that'll be good because she hasn't really been very useful as of late. Okay, Ash. Developer comment: we enabled Ash and Bob to easily assist one another more. Bob now prioritizes targets damaged by Ash's rifle, which may allow for more flexible ultimate placement. So Bob now prefers to shoot enemy targets that Ash damages with her rifle. So you can put Bob down, start hitting somebody in the back line or whatever, and as you're hitting them, if you shoot him, then Bob will start shooting him. So you can kind of pick who you want Bob to shoot rather than him just shooting wherever, which is kind of a buff, to be honest. Because if you're playing Ash, you probably have pretty good aim, and then you can make Bob auto lock on whoever you're shooting so they die quicker. That'll be pretty cool. Hanzo has a high burst damage potential with Storm Bow and Stone Arrows, and strong utility with Sonic Arrow, but still underperforms compared to other heroes in the same role. This change increases his survivability without directly improving his strengths. So now his lunge is reduced from 5 to 4 seconds, so he's just going to be side hopping or back and forth more often than he was before, which when they lunge and do that lunge shoot thing where you're trying to track them, especially as a Widow, if you're not at long ranges, then you can kind of get rolled, which I'm not necessarily a huge fan of that, but that's fine. Reduce Widow's grapple cooldown, please. May's Blizzard Ultimate. Okay, May's Blizzard Ultimate cast time sometimes led to situations where the animation appeared to have been completed, but there was still additional time that could get interrupted. This change will help mitigate that feeling without significantly reducing counterplay. Okay, so Blizzard Ultimate cast time reduced from 0.5 to 0.4 seconds. Excuse me. Don't like that. Don't think May needs any help at all. I think she needs nerfs. Very, very strong in pretty much every circumstance. Has so much utility, so many things you can do with her. I kind of think she needs nerfs, but that's fine. Pharah, dev comment. In addition to rapidly launching her upwards, Jump Chat used to always move Pharah forward a small amount, which made the ability feel less responsive when trying to move to the side or backwards. This change now enables a small amount of horizontal momentum in any direction. So you can click, A or D, and when you're jumping up and go that way or that way, stuff like that. Developer comment Sojourn. Due to the angle of Sojourn's torso in her default animation stance, her torso hit volume was more difficult to hit compared to similarly sized heroes. So her torso hit volume was increased by 20. So just the width of where, you know, her hitbox is, which I like because, man, she was kind of hard to hit when she was side strafing like that. Oh man, she was kind of tough to hit. And then last hero looks like is Baptiste, is the only support one. Developer comments, Baptiste is capable of potent damage and healing output, but often slightly underperforms across many skill levels. This change to Immortality's field minimum health threshold will strengthen his utility and enable him to more reliably assist his allies after its effect ends. So you would throw Immortality field down and people could still damage you down to 10% of your health, or pretty much almost kill you. And as soon as they broke that, they would kill you. Now it's going to stop it at 25% from what I understand. So instead of having 10% of your health when you're standing in it, if you're still getting shot and not getting healed, it'll stop it at 25%, which is a buff, obviously. And then there's a bunch of bug fixes and for the maps and stuff, if anybody was having any problems with that. I didn't see anything except for, where was it? This one. Fix a bug where shooting someone with an arrow from a golden bow could turn their gun gold. I was getting Widow gold guns, and I haven't bought the Widow gold gun until I feel like I rate the Widow gold gun. I have enough competitive credits to buy a couple gold guns, but I don't want to buy one if I don't feel like I'm good enough. And that must be why right here Hanzo's shooting me with golden bows. So anyways, all right, let's go take a look at the Overwatch 2 One Punch Man skins. Okay, so here we are in the shop, and we are taking a look at the Overwatch 2 One Punch Man collaboration skins. As you can see, the bundle here is 4,400 coins, so about 44 bucks, 46% off, because I guess if you add all these up, even though they're all off, never really understood that. They just came out. Why would they be on sale? Why not just say that's what it costs? But anyway, so the bundle, if you want to get everything from this collaboration, besides I think the soldier skin, which you have to unlock through the challenges of the event, which is going on till April 6th from today, March 7th, you can do that here. Buy this. And then Genji by himself with his bundle is 1900. Kiriko with the Terrible Tornado bundle is 2100, and Doomfist Saitama bundle 2500 coins. So it is obviously cheaper to buy the whole thing if you want them all. Okay, so let's start with Genji. This is the Genos skin. I think they did a good job. Look at that. That's pretty cool. If you've watched One Punch Man, this is pretty good. It's not the exact hairstyle, but I mean, I'm sure they were trying to, because what it's supposed to be, from what I understand, is these characters cosplaying as heroes from One Punch Man. So Genji cosplaying as Genos, and it looks pretty good. I like that. And you got that and a name card, and that looks like it. That's a pretty good name card, though. I like that. His shuriken, it looked pretty good. And then his blade, I like the blade. I like the way that looks. That looks pretty cool with the little core right there. That looks pretty good. Terrible Tornado, or Kiriko. So this is Terrible Tornado. If you haven't seen the show, she's like one of the top heroes in the show. I think this fits pretty good. Then you got her victory stance. I don't have the skin, obviously, or else I'd show you that. And then the name card, which is also a pretty good name card. I like that. And then also her kunai are green. And then her Suzu is green and black. And then her papers are also green. Okay, and then the Saitama Doomfist skin looks pretty good. I like it a lot. Pretty good. I don't play a lot of Doomfist, but this is pretty cool. I have to get this. And then you got the training regime, where he's doing push-ups. He's doing his 100 push-ups, 100 squats. Okay. And then
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, then a 10-kilometer run.
There you go. That's Saitama's training workout. That's the voice line added for Doomfist. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good highlight intro. That's pretty good. It'll look cool with the cape on. Because he'll have the cape. It'll look just like One Punch Man. He's holding the groceries right there. That's pretty good. And then you got the player card. Alright, so that's all the updates and stuff. You'll check out the challenges in game and stuff for yourself. Thank you for watching the end of the video. If you liked it, think about liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers. I liked a lot of the changes. I hope you guys did too. So stay tuned for more content, and I'll be trying to release more as I go along here. So Have a good one. Thanks.